From the DuckStation website, click on the Windows button and then click on the Download Duck and save it to your PC. If you don't have the VC++ runtime installed, you have to download it and install it too. Go to where you have downloaded the files, run and install the VC++ runtime. After the installation is complete, you'll have to restart your PC. Now if you look at the DuckStation folder, you can see that it has a zip on it. It means that it's an archive file. You can right click on it to extract the files, or you can use something like the 7-zip file manager to extract the files. If you're using 7-zip, you can right click on top of it, go to show more options, 7-zip, and extract to DuckStation Windows 64 release. You can also right click on it, drag it a bit, then let go of the right mouse button, 7-zip, and extract to DuckStation Windows 64 release. When you run DuckStation for the first time, a setup wizard will show up and a new folder in your documents named DuckStation will be created. Here you can choose one of the available languages and the DuckStation themes. You can also choose if you want to keep automatic updates on or off. Press next and here we have the BIOS section. For legal reasons I can't share the BIOS files in this video because YouTube will ban my channel. You can easily find them by doing a Google search, or you can dump your own BIOS. After dumping your BIOS, click on the Open in Explorer. This will open the BIOS folder inside your DuckStation Documents folder, and then place the BIOS inside of the BIOS folder. Go back to the Setup wizard and click on the Refresh list. You can leave at Auto Detect or choose them manually. Press the Next button and here we can add games to our game list or games list. I also can share where you can get your games, or YouTube will ban my channel. Once you have your games, place them inside a folder. I like to create a folder inside of the Documents DuckStation folder. Create a new folder named Games or ROMs and then place your games inside of this folder. It should look something like this. Then go back to the Setup wizard and click on the Add button and choose the Games folder. Then a pop-up will show up. Would you like to scan your games recursively? This means that every time you start DuckStation, it will scan for new games automatically. Choose yes. The DuckStation emulator supports these files types, or these types of files. Press next to the controller setup. In the controller type, you can leave it at default. If you want to know more about the controller types, you can watch my DuckStation tutorial on controller types. In the controller mapped to, you can click on the automatic mapping and map a controller to it, or you can just use your keyboard. You can now click on next and finish. After this, you can run a game and start playing it. By default, DuckStation uses a games list view or a game list view. You can change it to grid view, and if you want to download covers for your games, you can watch both of my tutorials on how to do that. Then if you go to settings, here you can change the language and the themes. You can also scan for new games and add a games directory. But now we're going to choose the controller settings. If you're using a PS4 or a PS5 controller, you can turn this setting on for additional functionalities. If you're using an Xbox controller, you can choose X input source instead of SDL, but SDL works perfectly fine with Xbox controllers. And if you have an older controller, you can try using the dboot. You can try using the dinput to see if DuckStation detects the controller. Choose controller port 1. In here you can choose automatic mapping. This will auto bind the keys of your controller. You can also clear all the bindings. And from here you can bind the controller buttons manually. Left click on an empty key and in your controller choose the button that you want. To clear a controller button, you can right click on top of a binding. Then close and go back to the settings and choose BIOS. Here you can disable the PS1 logo screen so that the games load faster. If you're having problems with some games not loading, then you can disable the fast boot. This may cause some problems in some games, maybe. Then go back to the display tab and here you can choose what video renderer you want. I personally like to use Vulkan, but you can also choose DirectX 3D11 or even OpenGL if your PC is a bit old. After this, go to the Enhancements tab and here you can upscale your games. I usually use 4K because I have a 4K monitor, but this also depends on your graphics card. For the texture filtering, I usually leave at the nearest neighbor. If you want a more blurred image, you can use Bilinear or Jink 2. You can now close this and enjoy your PS1 games. Thank you for watching and happy gaming.